Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen again. Welcome at this Saturday's live. Today we are going to prepare a recipe from the Italian cook I do. The name is Bauletto bicolore. That means two-color loaf bread. It's a bread that is perfect for breakfast because it's gonna be two colors mixed together. So it will be like a slice with a swirl on it. It will be super nice. So as usual, the recipe is on Cook I Do. This time is on the Italian Cook I Do, so I can follow it on my Thermomix. If you prefer, you can just Google translate it from your laptop or from your iPad, whatever you're using, and it will be super easy to do. I saved my recipe here on the screen, and so I can easily find it. It's on my menu plan. You can always save your recipes on your menu plan, so you can have a week plan ahead, and you can also send all the recipes that you want to cook for the next week on a shopping list, so you're ready to have all your ingredients on a list, and you can basically use it when you are at the grocery store, or it's like a brand new feature. You can send it to an Instacart, and you can receive all the ingredients that you ordered right at your front door. So basically you don't need to go if you can't. So as usual, it's here on my week. I hope you can see the screen, and it's called Bauletto bicolore. It's super easy, and it will turn into amazing breakfast or snack for your kids. It will be super nice. Let's start cooking. So we have to start with some water. As usual, the scale is here, 100 grams of water. You might always want to it's in grams, this recipe, because it's in Italian, and as usual you don't need to know the grams and all this kind of stuff. Just it's in, everything is in here, so you don't need to know. And then some milk, 110 grams of milk. Right there. All right. And sugar. Always press next. Some yeast. Since it's in Italian, Italy is very popular. Hey everybody! It's in Italy. It's very popular to use and to have, and also to find the fresh yeast. What I use here is this one. This is instant yeast. This is the best because it's so fine that you don't need to activate first. So you can put it straight on, and it's gonna work super fine. When your recipe calls for fresh yeast and you only have dry yeast like I have, the only attention you need to have is the quantity is not the same. So you always use 1/3 of the fresh yeast. So the recipe is asking for 10 grams, and I'm using only 3 grams of dry instant yeast. Okay, so try to remember that, because many recipes have the fresh yeast, and the quantity is not the same. Of course, it's fresh, so it has some water in it, and with the dry, just this adjustment would be fine. So 3 grams instead of 10. 3, 4, depending on whatever you want. And we're gonna make it work for 3 minutes at a temperature of 37 Celsius at speed 2. Ciao Rosalba, welcome. We're cooking Bauletto bicolore. It's a two-color loaf bread, perfect for snack or breakfast. It will be super nice because it has a swirl, a cocoa swirl on the slice. That's super nice, and it's gonna be super easy. We have to make the dough here. We're gonna let it rise, and then we're gonna put in our mold, and it will be done. So 37 Celsius is the temperature, is our body temperature. So it's a very low temperature to work the yeast, and it will be perfect to make the ingredients, especially the yeast, at the best temperature for the dough to be done. Ciao Maria Grazia. Thank you, thank you. Grazie, grazie. And so it's just a few more minutes, one more minute. Few more ingredients, and you see that it will be super easy. Poi fai due spaghetti. Yes. Due spaghi. All right. So it's warming so that the yeast can just start to work, and it will be ready to proof our dough. And the dough can start, the yeast can start working when it's like ready to go. A few more seconds. And so next Saturday, we're gonna have a special recipe. We're gonna make some brioche. We're gonna start with the brioche, which is the sweet dough. It's not the laminated dough. So we're gonna start with something easy. We're gonna make this dough in the Thermomix, and so you all can start having a really unique and luxury breakfast at home, like the Italian way. We're gonna make it together. It's super easy. The only problem is that, I mean, there's no problem actually. You can just follow the steps and you have an amazing soft brioche to start and to kick off the day with. It's singing, so it's ready. Let's see what's next. We have to add flour. I mean, basically, this is what we have now. It's the yeast, milk, water, and sugar all together. Flour, 450 grams of flour. Just all-purpose flour is fine. All right, and some butter. 30 grams butter in pieces. If you have unsalted butter, that would be great. So we don't need to have salted butter for this recipe because we're gonna add some salt at the end, and we know exactly how much salt we're gonna use. Right, 1 teaspoon of salt. I have, this is a half teaspoon, so I'm gonna put 2 of them, and let's make it work. Oops. It's gonna work for 3 minutes at the dough mode. This is a mode that is integrated with your Thermomix. So as soon as you buy your Thermomix, you'll find that in here. The fun part, the best part is that because this is connected Wi-Fi, every time there's an upgrade, you have an update of your software. So every once in a while, Thermomix add some improvements. And so you every time you have them straight on your screen, the screen asks you to have those new updates on your screen. You just press yes, make sure you do not unplug it, and you have all the updates right on your machine. And sometimes they add also new modes. So like this past week, a couple of modes have just been added, like the egg mode. So you can basically cook eggs at the perfect way. So you can just pick the level of cooking you want, and depending on what you want to have, it adjusts the time for your eggs. And the other mode, I'm gonna show you here. So because it's working, we can just work and browse it. So one is the warm up, and the other one is the egg boiler. So if you need to warm up, I don't know, some baby food, or you need to warm up some soups or something that is, or a stew, whatever you need to warm, and basically it's been cooked ahead, just use this mode, and you're gonna have a perfect temperature right for your food. Another update that's been done is the pre-clean mode, which is one of the best one in my opinion. Ciao, Adeline! The pre-clean has been improved, so it was already there, but it's just been improved. So they just added two new modes, the egg boiler and the warm-up, and one mode has just been improved, so you can use it better, and you can help your bowl getting ready for your dishwasher when you cook something that is, they might leave some tough dirt on your bowl. So you just start, you make it melt a little bit better, and then you can throw it in the dishwasher, or you can hand wash, depending on you. If you have a second bowl, you can easily put it in the dishwasher. If you don't and you need it right away, just hand wash it, and you're gonna have it. Another update that's just been done just last week. Ciao Maria, welcome. We're cooking a 2-color loaf bread. Fantastic. Another update that's just been added to Cook I Do is the chance to see some videos on some recipes. Some recipes, I mean, all the recipes are so easy because you can, just follow the step and you're done. But there are some steps like the braided milk bread that, I mean, that would be easier to understand and to do. Ciao Massimo! When you follow all the steps. For example, in that recipe, there's a video that shows you how to braid that bread. So all the steps, even not the steps that need to be done on your Thermomix, are really well shown and really well explained. Now we have, I mean, this is what we are supposed to have: an elastic and perfect dough, like what we have now. This is a perfect dough, and you can see the bowl that is pretty clean. So we have to take out 380 grams of dough and put it in a bowl, because this is gonna be our white dough we're gonna use for the bread. How can we do that? We don't need to use any other scale, no bowls, just use what we have here. We gotta put the scale on, swipe scales, you're gonna press scales. This is in ounces, so I just wanna make sure that it's in grams. What should I do? I go to settings, I scroll down to system of measurement, and I switch to metric. Now, I'm sure that everything is set up. I can go back to scales, go to 0, and I need to take out 380 grams of dough. So I'm just gonna take this out and see if I took out the right amount. So I took out 357, 388. All right, perfect. Okay, so this is the dough that is going to be the white part for our loaf. Here's the bowl, and we're going to go back to the recipe, just pressing the little green mark on the screen, and we have to put it into a bowl. Sorry, here's my bowl, and that's the place where it has to go. We're gonna cover it with some plastic, and we're gonna leave it here resting. Let's see what's next. We have to let it rise. The best place to make a dough rise, if you can, is the Thermomix, using the fermentation mode, 37 Celsius, with some water into the bowl. You're gonna just follow all the instructions on your screen and you're ready to go. But I have to go on, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I might gonna do that later. And we're gonna go on because we need to do the cocoa powder dough. So we need to go ahead. It says to whisk the milk. We have some leftover from the ingredients at the beginning that were on the list, with the cocoa powder. So here we have, we're gonna pour the milk into the cocoa. We need to whisk. How can we do that with a spatula? Okay. So the cocoa, we add some milk because the cocoa powder usually dries out way more than just the flour. So we're gonna add some milk as well. Okay, let's go next. We have to add this cocoa powder with milk into our bowl, into our dough, the leftover, the white dough that we had. And go on. 3 more minutes, still dough mode. Right there. So all the improvement that's just been released, they're all in here. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to pay for anything. You have the machine that is Wi-Fi connected. That's all you need to have the best from your Thermomix. So this is one of, I don't know if you have you ever seen any other appliance that can improve just with an upgrade of the software other than your iPhone? This is amazing. Yeah, definitely. So it can work in many different ways, and it can be, you can do it anytime. And all the upgrades are also good for your TM5. Of course, TM5 is a little bit different. So there are some updates that are coming out also for TM5 here and there. Of course, they're not the same because TM5 is different from TM6. But every once in a while they have new features also for TM5 owners. If you have your TM5, you've been asked to have a software update. That's going to be fine. That's just because it's old, that doesn't mean that it cannot be improved. So of course, to improve the TM5, you need to have the cookie, and the cookie needs to be connected. So you need to be active as a, as a CookieDo member. And as usual, this happens every month. Actually, as usual, all the CookieDo recipes are not, they're always improved, and there are always new collections coming out every month for every country. So if you want to know what's going on in France, you know that every month they add new features, new recipes, new collections, also in France, in Italy as well, and all the country has new recipes as usual. And you can always check on them. Check out on cookidoo.thermomix.us.com and you just give a look and see how many recipes you can try. Even though you don't have a Thermomix, you can just give a look. You have 1 month for free. You can browse it and just explore and have fun. 8 more seconds. 3. All right. Okay, so this is our chocolate dough. Could you please already give me that bowl, the bowl? We have to put this into the bowl as we did for the white dough right here. The best way is to flip the bowl upside down and just turning the wheel at the bottom of the blades around a little bit, and you have nothing left on the bowl. This is our chocolate dough, and just make a nice shape, and we're all ready to go. Our bowl, we have to put it into a bowl. As we did for the white one, we're gonna cover with some plastic film. And we have to leave resting for, it says 2 hours, almost 2 hours. You always need to check the size, if it's working or not. The best place, if you don't have a Thermomix, the best place to make it rise and to proof it is to put those 2 balls into an oven that is of course turned off with the light on. So turn the light on if you can, and the oven off. The light will warm a little bit, and this would be the perfect environment for your dough. Once the dough, so after 2 hours should be done, but just give a check, it should be doubled in size. And in 2 hours, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna make a short video, I'm gonna show you the last few steps. Basically, we had to take a mold, an aluminum mold would be super fine, or if you have a loaf bread mold, that's gonna be even better. And we have to just cover or grease or whatever the option is, and we have to put them together. But I think the best way is to show you. So I'm gonna make a short video in a couple of hours when everything will be ready, and I'm gonna show you the size of the bread. All right, so thank you so much y'all for watching us, for watching me. We're gonna see you soon. If you have any question about the recipes, you wanna have the link, I can send you the link for the recipe. If you need the translation, just go to Cookidoo and Google Translate it. That's the best way, because you're gonna have all the translation right on your screen. And if you have any other question, any other suggestion, or any question you may have, just text me or write me, and I'll be super happy to help you. All right? Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon and see you soon.